Okay, I'm gonna do this, hopefully, with the 10-pound dumbbell. But I brought the 5-pound over just in case it gets to be too much. It's okay if you have to lower your weight. It's all right. Use your brain, squeeze that muscle when you're using it instead of pulling through it and using momentum. So I'm gonna try a 10-pound dumbbell. So the right arm is gonna be out to the, facing out to the left side. When I hit the timer, we're gonna go, it's 30 seconds, there is no rest on these. So arm is out to the left. You're gonna raise up and pull in. Arm comes up, reach overhead. Press it over. Bring it back behind your head, tricep extension. And then you're gonna go curl, press behind. Then it's the left arm. Up and over, sorry. Tricep. Then you're gonna curl, press behind. Curl. We got another round of that. Towel off, grab a drink if you need one. Lower the weights if you need to. Grab the weight of your choice. and over. Tricep, overhead extension. Kick it out. Like you're doing a V, or half of a V anyway. You can go back behind the head if you want to, if that's too much on your shoulder. Or you can lower that weight down. Because that's, if you don't want to cheat, squeeze. And then curl, press behind. Curl. Oh. Oh. Other side. Up and over. Only drop it to the shoulder. If you go any lower than the shoulder, you're using your arm to get that weight back up there. So pause and press. Whew. Tricep, overhead extension, V out. We're only doing one arm at a time. Oh, wow, these are hard. You can do this as many times as you want to. We're doing 2 rounds, but if you want to go back and repeat this, like you're doing this on a separate day and didn't do the entire workout, your arms might not be as fatigued, but if you chose the right weight, your arms should be shaking. A good one to pair with this one would be the last part that we just did, the Imam circuit with the plank rows and the burpees. I will link that. All right, you have 10 and 50 on these. You've got 10 exercises. We are going to start with a regular reverse or a regular crunch. So you're going to pelvic tilt and you're going to crunch the upper body up. So you crunch and down. If you have a box or a bench and you want to put your feet up on there so that you can keep that lower back pressed into the floor, you can rest your legs on the couch, on a chair. You're crunching your pelvis and your upper body so it's coming up and rounding and the lower back's going into the floor. You're going to cross the right leg over the left. Now instead of taking the left elbow to the knee, we're going to bring the right elbow to the left knee and work that left oblique. You're gonna see this one again. I have it in another workout. I wanted to try it on you. You should feel that in the left oblique. I think it's way harder bringing that elbow across and not to the close knee, but to the further knee. And if you want to, you can reach the hand out past the foot. Exhale on your exertion. So as you go up, exhale. Woo! Reverse tabletop, crunch the knees in. Upper body stays up. So you're gonna tap and bring them in. Keep your upper body off of the floor if you can. Head and chest lifted. Your knees are coming up to a reverse tabletop. Back down to tap the ground. Both at the same time if you can. If you can't, keep one up and alternate them. But if you can even put a weight between the feet if you want to, or the knees. But you want to make sure that you keep that back on the floor and you're working the lower abdominals. This would be like being on one of the benches and doing knee raises. You don't have to have that equipment. All right, so now we cross the left leg over the right, and the left elbow is going to go to the right knee. Or the hand can reach past the foot. Contract the right obliques. Pull the knees in. We're going to press out. If you want to, you can take the hands under the butt. Lena's move. She likes flutter kicks. Or you can put the hands at the head or out to the sides. Head and chest are lifted off the floor. Engage the core. If you can go lower with your legs, but if your back lifts off the floor, raise the legs up, keep that lower back in the floor, engage the core. Doesn't matter how low you go, as long as you're contracting the abdominals and not using the hip flexors. If you need to take a break, pull in, and then start when you're ready. Whew. Gonna roll over to the left. Sorry, my back is gonna be to you on this one. V up. Roll back over. We've got hundreds right here. And then we're going to roll to the right. Whew. Okay, over to the right. You can raise the arm overhead or head and elbow. If you can't do both legs, that's okay. You can do one leg or you can crunch in. Work at your level. Had sweat roll into my ear. Gross. We've got those reverse tabletops. Alternate the knees. You can reach the hands out. I messed up, sorry. There we go. Whew. You're going to take the legs out, pulse up, upper abdominals. Feel it pull all the way from the pelvis to the rib cage. If you want to and you're advanced, you can do a hollow hold here. Or you can cross those feet, engage the entire rectus abdominis, and pulse up. If you want to try a hollow hold for a little bit. Woo! We got one more round of those. And then I promise to cool down and stretch. And we're ready for that second round. Pelvic tilt's the first one. Hands go behind the head. Crunch up. It's not a high crunch. You want to think about bringing the pelvis and the rib cage together and engaging the core. Squeeze and release. And then you know this one, we just did it. Cross the right leg over the left. And remember, the right elbow is going to the left knee. It's the left oblique that we're working here. Reverse tabletop, down, and bring them in. Concentrate on the lower abdominals. Keep that lower back in the floor. Cross that left leg over the right leg. We've got that left elbow coming in to crunch to the right knee. Working the right oblique. We've got Lena's Flutter Kicks. So, if you want to, you can put your hands under that butt. Raise the head off the floor. If you start to feel it in your hip flexors, raise the legs up. If you start to feel it in the head and the neck, drop the head and the chest or the back down to the floor. Focus on the legs. If you can, engage the core, hold everything up, keep it tight, even if you go slower. It's not about how fast you go. Quality over quantity. Whew. Pull those knees into the chest. We're gonna roll to the left. You're gonna do that V up. Again, if you need to, you can keep one leg on the floor. Crunch in. If you want, both legs up. You can reach the hand up to the leg. Elbow to the leg. We're going to roll to our backs for hundreds and then over to the right side. Oh, wow. Come up. Head and chest off the floor. Hands come out to the legs. You pulse the hands. You don't pulse forward. Hold up. over to the right side. We're almost done. 2 more after this. Remember, you can either crunch that knee in or V up. It's not about speed here. Contract, work that oblique. Take the hand behind the head and the elbow to the knees, or you can reach the arm overhead and crunch in. Reverse tabletop. Alternate tapping the feet to the floor and bring the elbow to the opposite knee. You can reach the hand past the knee. Whew. Legs down. Cross at the feet. You can take the hands over the head. Pulse up. Or you can take them behind the head. My arms are tired. I don't know about you guys. Or if you want, you can do a hollow hold here. If you start to feel your back arch, you can go up a little bit higher, or you can lower down and do those pulses. You choose. Woo! Ah, I promise we're done. Take the arms overhead. Take the legs out to the right. Cross the left leg over the right leg. Bring the body over to the right. Take the right arm, grab a hold of your elbow, and pull over. Try and keep the elbow and the shoulder on the floor or as close to the floor as you can get. Feel a nice stretch in the obliques and the shoulders. We're going to keep the arms bent first. Now I want you to take that right hand and pull up and over with that left hand. Drop that right hand to the floor and just grab a hold of that wrist and pull on it and stretch out that left side. And release it. Let that left arm go. Come back to the center. Take that left arm over the chest. Pull it across the chest, press in on the tricep part of the arm, in between the elbow and the shoulder. Never press on the joints. You want to press on the muscle. Release it. We're not done with this right side. I want you to take the legs and drop them over to the right. Bring your arms out to a T. Cross the left leg over. We still have to stretch out this left oblique a little bit more. Cross the left leg over the right. Try and keep that left shoulder on the floor. You'll feel a nice stretch through the hip and down through the IT band on that left leg, as well as the oblique. If you can keep your shoulder on the floor, you'll really feel a stretch in the oblique muscles. Bring that leg up, uncross that right leg, cross that left leg over the right, pull in. Still working on the left side, okay? Still working on the left side. Drop that left leg down to the floor. Keep that left shoulder on the floor. Press out on that knee. Gentle press. Open up the hip flexors, the obliques. Feel that stretch in the hip. If you can, pull your legs up a little bit higher in that figure 4. You'll feel a nice stretch right here through the groin, in the hip flexor, in the hip, in the oblique. And release it. Bring that leg back up. Keep the legs crossed. Pull the knees in. Woo, let's stretch that. Let's stretch those hips and that lower back. Pull in on those feet. You'll feel a nice stretch in the outer thighs and the hips. It. Lower those legs down. Okay, we have to do everything on the right side. So you're going to walk the legs to the left and the upper body over to the left. You're going to take that left arm and or the hand, and you're going to grab a hold of that right elbow, and you're going to pull and feel that stretch through the right oblique, along the side, down the hip, in the shoulder. You'll feel this in the back too. Hold it here a few more breaths, and then you're going to take the left hand. Take this left hand off of the elbow, grab a hold of that right arm, and pull that right arm. Try and keep the shoulder as close to the ground as you can. Feel that stretch through the shoulder, the back, the obliques, all the way down the hips on that right side. Release it and bring it in. Bring the arms out to the side. Lower the legs over to the left. Cross the left over the right. Pull the knee up if you can. Feel that stretch in the obliques on the right side, the hips, the glutes, the IT band. Try and keep that right shoulder on the floor. If you can, look over that right shoulder. Feel that stretch in the neck. Release it, bring the legs back up, uncross the knees, cross that right leg over the left, pull in. If you can, use your elbow to press on that knee. Feel that stretch in the hip, the glute on that right side. This is a lying pigeon, so when we go to the pigeon on the floor, if it hurts your knees or anything, you can roll onto your back and do this one. Lower the right leg over to the floor. Slide that left leg up. Push in or push out using that left hand. Push out on that knee gently. Feel that stretch through the hip, the IT band, the glute, the waist. Take the arm out, the right arm out. Feel that stretch in the shoulder and the chest and the back. Breathe. Release it. Cross those legs. Right leg is over the left. Roll in. Pull the knees into the chest and grab a hold of those feet. pull out on those feet. So pull them down. Feel that stretch, especially in the leg that's crossed on top. Mine is the right, so I feel it in the right hip a lot. As you pull the knees in and pull the feet out, you'll feel a nice stretch in that hip. I feel that pull all the way down through my hamstrings up into my glutes. Such a nice stretch. And release it. Drop the legs down. Plant the legs on the floor, or the feet on the floor. Then we're going to go into a bridge pose. Stretch out the hips. Roll up onto the shoulders if you can. Release that lower back. If you need some support, you can put a block under there, or you can stick your hands under there and rest on your elbows and hold your butt up. Make sure your thighs are pulling in and your knees are pointing forward. You don't want them splayed out. And then you want to release it down slowly. We're going to roll over onto our stomachs. You're going to take that right arm out, tent that left arm, roll over with that left leg, keep that head on the floor, stretch out the shoulder, the neck, the back, and the chest. Release it, roll back over. Bring that left arm out, tent that right arm, roll over onto that left side. Right leg goes up and behind. Stretch out the shoulder and the back. Chest. Roll back over. Come up onto the hands and knees. Cat-cow. Hands are under the shoulders. Engage the core. You're going to pull the head and the tailbone out like you've got a string attached to both. Engage the core. Cow. Deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Round into cat. Tuck the head into the chest. Again, pull out. You're pulling that head out of the turtle shell, right? You're not looking up like this and craning the neck and twisting the back. You don't want to pinch the back, you want to pull it. And exhale. Give me one more good one. Inhale, cat, and exhale, cow. Come up onto the toes, walk the hands back. Sorry, my waistband rolled. Hands to the glutes. Look up at the ceiling. Drop the hands down to the feet. If you can, camel pose. You can walk the hands down the feet as far as you can go. Stretch out the shoulders, the back, the chest, the hip flexors. Then walk back up and down into a child's pose. Drop the hands to the floor. Bring them to the feet or to the floor. You can take and put your palms down so that your shoulders stay out, head out of that turtle shell, or you can round them in to stretch out the back. We're gonna rise up and do that camel one more time. So you inhale and you come up. You can be on your toes, or you can have your feet flat to the floor. Come back into a back bend, and then take the hands down if you can, and walk back. Open up the shoulders, the chest, the back. Walk the hands back up. Fall back down into a child's pose. Walk the hands out in front of you. Come up onto the hands and knees. Walk the hands out. Puppy pose. Keep the hips stacked over the knees. Engage the core. Chest to the floor. Stretch out the shoulders and the upper back. From here, keep the hands out. Rise up onto the toes and press into downward facing dog. If you need to, pedal out those feet. Engage the core. Press back, heels to the floor. Stretch out those hamstrings and those glutes. Right leg comes up. Open up that right leg. Stretch out that hip. Pull forward. Right foot to the right hand. Open up. Come down to the front. Walk that right foot out. Lower down if you can onto those elbows for lizard. Make sure that head is out of the turtle shell. You're not like this. You want a neutral spine. You want the head and neck lined up, in line with the back. So everything is in one straight line. Come back up onto the hands. Bring the right leg under for pigeon. Take that left hand, thread it under the right. Twisted pigeon. You can take the right arm out and tent the fingers. Feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings and the glutes and the hip, or you can wrap that right hand around for a bind and reach that right foot. Shoulder, chest, back, hips, glutes. I love this stretch. Bring that right hand back up. Press into that right hand. Pull the left arm out. Press back. Plank. Chaturanga down. Upward facing dog. Press back into that down dog. Hold it here. 2 breaths. Deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. Hands sliding. Exhale. Left leg goes up. Remember, you're pressing back. Okay, it's not like this where you're throwing your hip. You want to press back. Feel that stretch in the hamstring and the glute on that right leg. Press that left leg out. Now bend it. Open that knee to the ceiling. Stretch out that hip. Look under that shoulder if you can, or that armpit if you can, the left armpit. Straighten that leg. Pull through. Stay up. Lift up onto that lift that left arm to the sky, planting that right arm. Stretch out the shoulder and the chest. Bring it back around. Walk that left foot out. Come down into a lizard pose. Pull that head out of the turtle shell. It's all right if you can't come to your elbows. If you want to stay here, just make sure that that back is straight and you're not rounded under. You want to pull that head out of the turtle shell. Either one. Come back up onto the hands. Walk the left foot under. Pigeon pose. You're going to bring that right arm under. Twist that pigeon. And if you want to, you can raise the left arm up. Reach behind and grab a hold of that left foot. Breathe. I feel it. In the hips, the glutes, the hip flexors. When you inhale, think about directing that breath to wherever you feel it. And then exhale, and try and exhale that tightness out of that part of the body. Put your focus on there. Make sure that you're engaging the core as well. You're not just letting it hang open, right? Bring that left arm back up. Bring it around. Press into the floor. Pull that right arm out. Pull back into a plank. Rock forward. Chaturanga down. Upward facing dog. Press back into that down dog. Hold it here, bend the knees. Rest that chest on the knees. Stretch out the glutes and the hamstrings. Press it through. Bend the knees. And you're gonna hop forward. Walk the feet out and come down into a malasana squat. I'm gonna turn and face you. Okay, we're gonna stretch out those arms. So you're gonna take the right arm to the floor and the left arm goes up. Stretch out the back and the shoulders. Woo, I am sweating. Bring it back down. Upright. If you can't stay upright like this and you need to sit on a block or a ball or anything, that's okay. Left arm goes down, right arm goes up. Bring that arm down. Last time here in Malasana, I want you to bring the feet or the hands behind you and sit the butt down onto the floor. I want you to cross the right over the left. Twist over that right leg. Bring it back around. Drop that right leg over the left. Bring the hands back, and if you can, fall forward. Keep the sit bones on the floor. If that means you need to bring the feet out a little bit further or tuck them further under, feel that stretch in the hips and the outer thighs. Feel that stretch through the chest as well and across the back. Come back up. Bring that right leg out, left leg to the right leg. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, fall forward. And from here, you're gonna lower your hands down towards the floor, lower your chest down towards your thigh, and your head down towards your knee or your shin. Come back up. You're gonna bend that right leg, stack it on top of the left. Take the arms up overhead, inhale. One more time, exhale. Press that left hand on that right knee and look over that right side. Inhale, and you're gonna twist over and drop to the floor. Feel that stretch in the hip and the thigh and the oblique on that right side. Come back up. Bring that right leg down. Cross that left leg over. Take that right arm up. Twist over. And release it. Drop that right or that left leg over the right. And you're gonna come down. You can take the hands back or you can take them forward, but make sure that your sit bones are on the floor, all right? You wanna feel that stretch in the hips, the thighs, as well as the back, the shoulders. Come back up. You're gonna bring that left leg out. Keep that right leg folded. You're gonna inhale and raise up. Exhale, come down. Keep those sit bones on the floor. Feel the stretch in the hamstring and the glute on that left side. Walk it back in. You're gonna cross that left leg over the right. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale, come again to the left. Press that right hand into that left leg. Stretch out that hip flexor. Twist to the left side. Feel that stretch in the shoulder and the back. Keep the sit bones on the floor. Twist to the right side, bend over. Keep that left hip on the floor, feel that stretch through the hip and the oblique. Come back to the front. Uncross those legs. Come up onto the hands, or onto the feet. Hands come to the floor. Grab a hold of those elbows. Stretch out the backs of the legs. If you can straighten the legs, straighten them out. Plant the hands, flat back, deep breath. Inhale, exhale, and drop the head down. Inhale, round up. Exhale, fall forward. One more time, inhale, flat back. Exhale, drop the head. Deep breath, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Hands clasp at the front. Slide down to prayer hands, exhale. That was your workout for the day. That was, if you did all 3 parts, that's awesome. Or you can do each part on a different day. If you like my video, please remember to thumbs up it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share it with some friends. Have a great day. See you soon. Thanks.